started off as an experiment, and I learned this. I didn't have any context. I was prepared for the failure. This was all hard every day. Every day was get up, do it again. You throw another guitar away, get up, do it again. Wake up, do it, go home, repeat. It's about me getting up and doing good work for musicians, then getting up and doing it again. I was going to figure this out. My name is Matt Ike, and I'm the owner of Mule Resonator Guitars in Saginaw, Michigan. The thing about making guitars is that it's not 5 giant steps. It's 1,000 little steps. And if at any point you screw that up, you may not realize it until the last step. So every step, every section of building a guitar, you have to be very present and very focused, and you also have to see the big picture. What does this little domino that we're working with, how does that affect all the way down the line? I think failure is the system in which you find out what is right. I don't see it as part of the process, I see it as the process. You have to commit to doing something before you know how to do it. In a lot of things, you don't know what the right answer is, and there's no way that you can figure it out, except that you figure out all the wrong answers. Show up, try something, and it fails. Now you know, right? If you don't know, you stack up enough work until you know. And then you climb over, and then it begins again. Burn the boat, carry on, you get to the next place, do it again. I think that perspective is really easy to apply to what we do here at Mule, building tools so that they can go out into the world to be something bigger than ourselves. If you build something, you're self-determined. If I can build this and it is something that somebody wants, now I'm self-determined, I can go places with it. That's something that's really refreshing to me in building and then getting it to other people. It's like the simplest interaction between human beings that you can have. I love that part of it. You see kind of like the old paint, you see rust coming through in these spots. It's beautiful, right? It's everything, it's intriguing, and it's artistic. Seeing something like this really gets my imagination going. There's a story there. This is kind of the inspiration for letting that natural material shine through. People feel the wood, they feel the bare steel. That's what it's about, is breaking down those barriers. I want to try to remove myself as much as I can from that equation, so it's just musician and guitar. Hi, lady.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Welcome. Ready to rock. So the way we got it kind of set up here is Phil is building the bodies, and I do the neck stuff, and then Smith does the fret and setup. In my experience, the biggest reason why people buy handmade guitars is to have that connection with the person who's making this. That's really important for people.
One of your babies.
Yeah. What do you think about it, like the tricone compared to a single cone sound?
I think from now on I'm just gonna buy tricones.
It's really cool seeing that guitar again. It's cool to see him go out into the world and then come back for home cooked meals. Yeah.
I got my first one when I started singing and started playing this kind of music. And I'm just lucky enough to have found Matt making these when he was. It's been great to follow his journey, but then also learn with my own, and go with it. So these guitars have become part of my story, and that's really why.
A resonator guitar is a totally different tool for guitar players. They're loud and obnoxious and awesome, and blues musicians use them in clubs so they could be heard. I'm a believer that the songs come from the combination of a player with their experience combined with their instrument. There's not a word for it, and I think it's something that's really unique for instrument makers to be a part of. It's awesome.
We're gonna go see Charlie Hicks play his first show here in the States, and it's going to be awesome. He's gonna burn it down.
I think I just get a lot of joy being able to do something that I can now put into the world that people can use. It's now my guitar, and then it goes to somebody else and they do something with it that I can't do. If I get a guitar to someone and they listen and they're inspired to write something, to use it for what they do as a living, that's it right there. That's the whole point.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for coming out. This is a dream come true to be here, and the beginning of something very special, so thank you all.
Being part of each other's story, like being part of something that's bigger, I can't play like that. So to be able to like build something and to see what you do, and then like to hear you sing, man, I just get fired up to like get back into the shop and do it more. Like it's addictive. With guitars, there's all that prep work. And when you get to the end and a guy will come to the shop and pick up their instrument, I'll be watching them play. That's why we're doing it. That's why we're going through all of the daily work and heartache and, stress, and then it goes out into the world and then you start it again. And it's kind of like this new opportunity to make another one of these to contribute. It's bigger than a guitar, it's bigger than a wallet, it's bigger than those objects. It's about connecting to another person.